ברוב חסדך אבוא ביתך אשתחווה אליך לקודשך ביראתך מה טובו אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל מה טובו אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל אדוני אהבתי מאוד ביתך ומקום משכן כבודך ואני אשתחווה ואקרא אברך לבני אדוני עושים מה טובו אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל מה טובו אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל ואני תפילתי לך אדוני את רצון אלוהים ברוב חסדך ענני באמת אישך מה טובו אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל מה טובו אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל.
And so it's with our song of community, our song of sanctuary, Matovu, that I welcome all of you here this morning into our sanctuary to be part of our community as we celebrate not only Shabbat, not only Hanukkah, but also a young man becoming bar mitzvah. And I want to welcome particularly friends and family, both in the sanctuary with us this morning to celebrate as Jared becomes bar mitzvah, but also those who are joining us through the live streaming of our services through TBI TV. It is so lovely to be able to gather together on celebrations and simchas such as this. Hopefully all of you picked up a copy of our Mishkan Tefillah, our prayer book, on your way in. We just offered, as I said, our prayer of sanctuary community, Matovu. It's on page 192, 192. But we'll be continuing in just a few moments on page 194 with our prayers for health. First, our physical well-being, and then our spiritual wholeness. But in advance of that, I would like to invite our bar mitzvah together with his parents up onto the bima for the presentation of his talit. Amen and Mazel Tov. You might want to give them a hug and kiss a cuddle or something, you know. Just as we turn towards our prayers for our physical and spiritual well-being, I will note a very proud father just said to his bar mitzvah, remember, no matter what happens, we still love you. Those sort of words of encouragement will allow him to go a long, long, long way. We continue first with our prayer for our physical well-being, Asher Yatzar. Please join together with our bar mitzvah in the Hebrew.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
אשר יצר את אדם בחוכמה, וברא בו נקבים, חללים, גלוי וידוע לפני חסדי כבודך, שאם ייפתח אחד מהם, או יסתם אחד מהם, אי אפשר להתקיים לעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא כל בשר, ומפליא לעשות.
אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה, שנתת בי טהוראי. אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה, שנתת יצרת, אתה נפחת בי, ואתה משמרה בקרבי, כל זמן שהנשמה בקרבי, מודיעני לפניך.
אשר נתן לשכל בינה, להבחין בין יום ובין לילה.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, פוקח עברי.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, מתיר אסורים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, זוקף כפופים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, רוקח הארץ על המים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, המכין מצעדי גבר.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, מלביש ערומים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, הנותן לאהב כוח.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, המביא שיניים מעיניים וטומאה מעפעפיים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשני בצלם אלוהים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשני בן חורין.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשני ישראל.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, עוזר ישראל בגבורה.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, עוטר ישראל בדברם.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו לעסוק בדברי תורה.
והערב נא אדוני אלוהינו, את דברי תורתך בפינו ובפי עמך בית ישראל. ונחיה אנחנו וצא צאנו, וצא צאה עמך בית ישראל. כולנו יודע שמך, ולעמוד תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המלמד תורה
לעמו ישראל.
Page 206.
אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, ואלו הן, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, ואלו הם גיבור אהבה הם וגמילות חסדים, והשכמת בית המדרש שחרית וערבית. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, ואלו הם והכנסת אורחים וביקור חולים והכנסת כלה ולוויית המת ועיון תפילה ואהבת שלום בין אדם לחברו. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, ואלו הם, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, ואלו הם.
And as we've been moving through our Brachot HaShachar, our morning blessings this morning, we've find ourselves now on the top of page 209. The Brachot HaShachar, the morning blessings, are meant to be our warm-up, to kind of set the tone, the mood, the kavanah, the intention for the day. And it is not by accident that the rabbis conclude this warm-up, this intention, this kavanah, with a blessing forcing us to pause, to think about the lessons we've learned, the people that have taught them to us. In tradition, it's known as Kaddish D'Rabbanan. The interpretation, the alternative, is being offered by our bar mitzvah this morning as our kavanah. Page 209.
For our teachers and their students, and the students of the students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say,
Amen.
And for those who study Torah, here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say,
Amen.
We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say,
Amen.
We turn forward to page 212 for Sukkei de Zimra, verses of song and psalm.
Baruch Shamar v'aya ha'olam, Baruch hu, Baruch oseh v'reishit, Baruch omer v'oseh, Baruch gozer u'mekayem, Baruch merachem al haaretz, Baruch merachem al habriot, Baruch meshalem sachar tov li'reah, Baruch chai la'ad, v'kayam lanetzach, Baruch bodeh u'matzil, Baruch Shemo.
With songs of praise, we extol you and proclaim your sovereignty. For you are the source of life in the universe. One God, life of the universe, praised and glorious ruler, your name is eternal.
Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal, v'tishbachot.
Page 204.
ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וכינון. נזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך רנן. מה גדול מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עם ומחשב מחשבותיך, איש בר לא ידע, וכסיל לא יבין אצלו. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. צדיק אתה אשרי העם שככה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
תהילה לדוד, ארוממך אלוהי המלך, ואהבך שמך לעולם ועד.
בכל יום אברכך, והללה שמך לעולם ועד.
גדול עיני מלול מאוד, ולדותו אין חקר.
דור לדור ישבח מעשיך, וגבורתך יגידו.
אתה כבוד הודיך, ודברי נפלאתיך עשיך.
בעזוז נורתך יאמרו, וגדולתך אספרנה.
זכר רב טובך יביאו, בצדקתך ירננו.
חנון ורחום אדוני, ערך אפיים וגדל חסד.
טוב עיני לכל, רחמיו על כל מעשיו.
יודו אדוני כל מעשיך, וחסידיך יברכוך.
עוד מלכותך יאמרו, וגבורתך ידברו.
להודיע לבני אדם גבורותיו, וכבוד אדם מלכותו.
מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור.
סומך אדוני לכל הנופים, וזוקף לכל הכפופים.
עיניך ללך יסברו, ואתה נותן לכם את אכלם ביטול.
פותח את ידיך, ומצביע לכל הרצון.
צדיק עיני בכל דרכיו, ועשית בכל מעשיו.
קרוב אדוני לכל קוראיו, לכל אשר יגרעוהו באמת.
רצון יראיו יעשה, ואת שבתם ישמע וישיים.
שומר אדוני את כל אוהביו, ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד.
תהילת ענית בפי, ויברך כל בשר השם קודשו לעולם ועד.
ואנחנו נברך יה, מעתה ועד עולם, הללויה.
Page 218, Psalm 150.
הללו אל בקודשו, הללו ברקיע עוזו, הללויה. הללו בגבורותיו, הללו כרוב גודלו, הללויה. הללויה, 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 הללויה. הללו בתקף שופר, הללו בנבל וכינור, הללויה. הללו בתוף ומחול, הללו בפינים ועוגב, הללויה. הללויה, הללויה,
page 223, as we bring our Sukkah de Zimra, our verses of song and psalm, to a close with the words of Yishtabach. Please join me in the Hebrew at the top of the page. Yishtabach Shimcha la'ad malkeinu, ha'el ha'melech ha'kadol v'ha'kadosh, b'shamayim u'va'aretz, ki lecha na'eh Adonai Eloheinu, v'Elohei avoteinu, shir shpacha halel v'zimra, oz memshala netzach gudla u'gvura, tehila u'teferet, kedusha u'malchut, brachot v'hodaot me'ata ve'ad olam.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Shema.
El melech gadol v'tishbachot, El ha'odaot, Adon הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך אל כעולמי.
Amen. On page 224, we rise for the Chatzi Kaddish in advance of the call to prayer.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא נברא חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחיי חון וביום חון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן גרים, ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבן מבורך, ועל עמונן ועל מעיין יתברך וישתבח וידבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשם ברכו לילה מן קל ברכתה ושירתה, דוד מחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated and turn to page 228. Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam, yotze or uvorei chosher, oseh shalom uvorei et hakol, hameir la'aretz v'leharim aleha barachamim, uvtuvo mekadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit, ma'arabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita, malha ha'aretz kinyanecha, titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, על שבח מעשה ידיך, ועל מאורי אור שעשית יפארו הסלע. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו. ברוך אתה אדוני, יוצא המאורות. On the top of page 231.
Once or twice in a lifetime, a man or woman may choose a radical leaving, having heard, Lech Lecha, go forth. God disturbs us toward our destiny by hard events and by freedom's now urgent voice, which explode and confirm who we are. We don't like leaving, but God loves becoming.
Baruch atah Adonai, abocheh ba'amo Yisrael, ba'ah.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננת בשבתך ובביתך ולך לך בדרך ושכבך וחומך ופשטם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל רמתם להם ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורתם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בלטות התהילות והיה לכם לציצית בריתם אותו וזכרתם בכל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם
Adonai Elohim Emet.
Emet, there is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness there is your word. Emet, that pen strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame. Stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth is for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice.
בעזרת ישראל ובני חינומך יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך שמו
גל ישראל.
We've taken to our feet for the Amidah. The Amidah is our standing prayer. It is also known, as you can see on the top of page 242, as the Tefillah, simply the prayer, because it encapsulates so many of the ideas that make our tradition so unique and so special. We will be moving, as is our minhag, through these blessings together, some standing at foot, others seated, but as this is Shabbat Chanukah, there will be a special insert into the Amidah, into the Hoda'ah, which I will reference when we arrive at it. But for now, as our Siddur challenges us to do, let us pray as if everything depends on God, but let us act as if everything depends on us.
Adonai sefatai tiftach uvi yagid eilatecha baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וגולה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרא שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים רחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורובה חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמרת להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה את זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד עוד לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא יחוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We continue with Kedushat Hayom and the sanctification of this day with the singing of Yismuchu on the top of page 250.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת לקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת לקורא עונג שבת. מגרשי שבי שבת, כולם יזבעות ויתנו מכתובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת לקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת לקורא עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו רצית בו וקידשת שבת חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת זכר למעשה בראשית שבת זכר למעשה בראשית שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessings, O God. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who sanctifies the Shabbat and us through it. Ratzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amcha Yisrael. Every present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God. You alone do we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai shalcha levadcha be'iran avod. Blessed are you, Eternal One, whose presence returns to Zion. We turn forward to our hoda'ah, to our prayer of thanksgiving. Modim anachnu lach she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu v'lehei avotenu l'olam va'ed. Tzu chayenu magen yishenu atahu l'dor vador. We acknowledge with thanks that you are our eternal God and God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and our shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for the miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindnesses never fail, we put our hope in you. On this Shabbat of Hanukkah, we turn forward to page 556 in our prayer books, 556, as we offer the Al HaNisim prayer. Al HaNisim va'al HaPurkan va'al HaGvorot va'al HaTshuvot va'al HaMilchamot va'asita la'avotenu b'yamim hahem b'zman hazeh. We thankfully acknowledge for you the miracles, for the redemption, for the mighty deeds and saving acts brought about by you, and for the wars which you have waged for our ancestors in the days of old. At this season, on the foot of the page, we join together as we retell the story of Hanukkah. In the days of the Hasmoneans, Matthias ben Yochanan, the high priest, and his children, when the evil government of Greece rose up against your people Israel to make them forget your Torah and to make them leave the laws of your will, in your great mercy, you rose up with them in their time of trouble and fought their fight, judged their cause just. You delivered the mighty into the hands of the weak, the many into the hands of the few, the unclean into the hands of the pure, the evil into the hands of the righteous, and the arrogant into the hands of those who were engaged in your Torah. You made for yourself a great and holy name in the world, and for your people Israel, you brought about a great triumph and redemption on that very day. And then your children came to the Holy of Holies, and emptied your temple and purified your holy place, and kindled the lights in your holy courts, and established these 8 days of Hanukkah, grateful to acknowledge and to praise your great name. Baruch Ata Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Lachen Na'el Hodot. Blessed are you, Eternal One. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. And we do so now with the words of Sim Shalom on page 258.
Sim Shalom. חן וחסד ורחמים, חן וחסד ורחמים, שים שלום, טובה וברכה. Shalom, Tova u'bracha. Sim Shalom, Tova u'bracha. Sim Shalom, Tova u'bracha. Aleinu ועל כל ישראל, עלינו ועל כל ישראל, עמך שים שלום, טובה וברכה, שים שלום,
We pause for a few moments of Tefillat Halev, prayer of the heart.
לרצון נמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
V'al kol b'nei Adam. My friends, as I said in welcoming many of you here this morning, and for those who have joined us since the start of services, this is a Shabbat, a Chanukah, a Shabbat where we celebrate so very much, including a Bar Mitzvah, including the festival of Chanukah, including the commencement of a new month in our Jewish year, and all of these festivities require us, as in accordance with tradition, to turn forward to page 560 in our prayer book for us to offer Hallel. We'll be offering an extract of Hallel, and so as we move through these Hallel prayers, I will be letting people know as we move from psalm to psalm and page to page where to join in and join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et Hallel.
And we rise.
B'tzeit Yisrael,
Page 562.
Et Yaakov me'amlo et hayta Yehuda lekodsho. Yisrael am shelotav hayam rab hayanos hayarden yizov leachor הערים רקדו חיילים גבעות כבני צאן מלך הים תנוס הירדן תיסוב לאחור הערים תרקדו חיילים גבעות כבני צאן מלבני אדון חולי ארץ מלבני אלוהי יעקב ההופכים העצור הגמיים חלמיש למי יומיים.
We turn forward to Psalm 117 on page 565. Hallelu et Adonai kol goyim. Praise the Eternal One, all you nations. Extol God, all you peoples. For great is God's steadfast love towards us. God's faith endures forever. Hallelujah. Psalm 118 continues on page 167 with the words of Pitchuli Shacharit Tzedek Avovam Odia Zeh Hasha'al Adonai Tzadikim Yavovo.
Odecha Yanitani Vatili Li
Closing benediction on page 569. All your works shall praise you, eternal God, your faithful ones, the righteous who do your will, and all your people, the house of Israel. Thank you in joyous song and bless you, praise, glorify, extol, exalt, sanctify, and proclaim the sovereignty of your name. For it is good to give you thanks and to sing praises to your name, because throughout all time to eternity you are God. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mulal b'tishbachot. Blessed are you, Eternal One, sovereign who is praised in song. Please be seated. A word of explanation as we turn back to page 362 for our Seder Kriyat Torah, our order of reading Torah on this Shabbat morning, this festive morning as well. Why is it that we offer the Hallel Psalms? Because Chanukah is, of course, our festival of rededication. That's what Chanukah means. And as we read in our Al Hanisim prayer, it is the story of the return to Jerusalem. And the Hallel Psalms, our tradition tells us, are the songs that our ancestors would have sang as they entered into the gates of Jerusalem. And by offering an extract of them today, we are connecting both with the history of our people, as well as, thank God, the future of our people and our connection to our holy city. Seder Kriyat HaTorah is on page 362.
אין כמוך באלוהים אדוני ואין כמעשיך מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור אדוני מלך אדוני מלך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד Adonai od le'amo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom, avarachamim, eitiva v'rtzonecha et Zion, tivne chomot Yerushalayim, Omot Yerushalayim Ivecha levad batachnu Melech el ram venisa Adon olamim Vayehi binso Aaron vayomer Moshe Uma Adonai ויבוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך כי מציון תצא תורה כי מציון תצא תורה
Ten Commandments.
Anochi Adonai Elohecha, Asher Hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim v'beit avadim. I am your eternal God, who led you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Lo yihye lacha Elohim acharim al panai. You shall have no other gods besides me. Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha l'shav. You shall not swear falsely by the name of Adonai, your God. Zachor et Yom HaShabbat l'kodsho. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Kabed et avecha ve'et emecha. Honor your father and mother. Lo tirtzach, you shall not murder. Lo tinaf, you shall not commit adultery. Lo tignov, you shall not steal. Lo ta'aneh v'recha et shaker. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Lo tachmod, you shall not covet.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo, Gadol Adonai Iti, ונרממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד. יכול בשמיים, בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה והעמיד נעשה לכל לראש. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד. יכול בשמיים, בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה והעמיד נעשה לכל לראש. רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו, והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו, והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
Please be seated.
Be seated.
And you'll see, you will have noticed that we had the rare occasion to take 3 scrolls out of our ark. We are blessed to have 13 scrolls in this congregation, but we rarely get them out, with the exception of Simchat Torah, more than 2 on a Shabbat, and 3 is most unusual. But that is why I've been literally falling over myself to point out that it is Shabbat, it is Chanukah, and it is also Rosh Chodesh. And because of those things, we will be sharing readings on each of them, appropriate for each of them. But we begin first with the continuation of our people's story. There is a slight look of panic. We're not going to read more Torah. We're still going to finish on time. You're still going to get to Kiddush. Relax, everyone breathe. But we're just going to do it from 3 different scrolls. And so we're going to be beginning, as we continue our people's story, in Parasha Miketz, which can be found in the Plaut Chumashim. That's what Jeff's got a big pile of in his hand. You'll be doing him a great favor if you take one from him, so that pile gets a little lighter. We are on page 275 in the Chumash. That is Genesis chapter 43, verse 16, and we are beginning with a celebration of 187 years.
And also
67.
Yes,
I was too generous there. 67. There was a panic. 67. 167 years.
So for this Aliyah, we invite Mary and Arnold to come to Torah. We also note that this is the Bar Mitzvah boys' anniversary. יעמדו עוד בת אברהם וזרע ואהרון בן פנחס ראשונים לעלייה לתורה. As Gersh said, we are on page 275, the right hand column, 6th line down, beginning of the line. So 275, right hand column, 6th line down, beginning of the line. We're just going to point to where we're beginning.
Arnold, would you like to read in honor of your bar mitzvah? Different section.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Va'ed. Amen.
וירא יוסף איתם את בנימין ויאמר לאשר על ביתו הבא את הנשים הביתה ותברך טבח ואכן כי איתי יאכלו הנשים בצהריים ויעש האיש כאשר אמר יוסף ויבא האיש את האנשים בית יוסף ויראו אנשים כי הובאו בית יוסף ויאמרו על דבר הכסף השב בהמתחותינו בתחילה אנחנו מובאים להתגולל עלינו ולהתנפל עלינו ולקחת אותנו לעבדים ואת חמורנו. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורה אמת והעולם נתנו בחלקנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Imatenu Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah. May the Holy One who blessed our forefathers and foremothers bless the two of you in honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of a community, in honor of family, in honor of friends, but most particularly in honor of Bar Mitzvah anniversary, but most particularly in honor, if I can get my maths right, of the 75th anniversary of your Bar Mitzvah, the 87th birthday and celebration of your life, and the 80th celebration of your life. I am a rabbi, not a mathematician, I apologize, but I was just trying to do the numbers there very, very quickly. But there is really so much to celebrate, and it is beautiful that you have given us the opportunity as your community to join with you at this time of celebration, to be able to add our well wishes to those that you're receiving from so many others, and to be able to to bring simcha onto our bima this Shabbat. And so we ask that God bless each of you individually, but that God also bless the two of you as a couple. And we say together, V'nomar, Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov. For our second aliyah, we invite the birthday girl. Ta'amodna Chana bat Pinchas Moshe Halevi ve'Ruth shniya la'aliyah laTorah. Now, you'll just need to give me a moment because I'm doing three things at the same time.
We are going to be picking up in verse 19 of chapter 43, which is
page 275.
275.
Left-hand column, top line, third word in. So 275 now.
And I'll point that out to the Chazan. That is the middle column of the Torah, fourth line up, third word from the right, so you can find your place.
Actually, it's down here.
Yeah, no,
it's down here.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're right. Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Salam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher b'chavanu mikol ha'amim v'natat lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. ויגשו אל האיש אשר אל בית יוסף וידברו אליו פתח הבית. And so they came to the opening of this man's house. They were concerned. This is Joseph's brothers. They're coming back and they found money in their bags which shouldn't have been there. And so they're very concerned, and they've come back and they've been invited to lunch in the house of the man that they think might be concerned to have stolen money. He might think they've stolen money, but they didn't. ויאמרו בי אדוני יורד ירדנה בתחילה לשבור אוכל. And so we came down here in order to break there's a famine, and we brought money. ויהי בנו אל המלון ונפתחה את אמתחתנו. And we came to the hotel, so to speak, the inn, and we opened our purses. V'hineh kesef, and there was money. Ish bevi amtachto. Each of us, according to the money that we had brought down, even though we'd spent it. Kaspeinu b'mishkalo, each one according to its weight. V'nasher avoto, and there it is again. It's come back to us. Be'yadeinu v'chesef acher horadnu be'yadeinu, and we had other monies in our hands. Lishbor ochel, in order to break this famine. לא ידענו מי שם כספנו מאמתחתותינו, and we don't know who put this money into our wallets. ויאמר שלום לכם, and he answers shalom, peace, or God. Shalom means God as well as peace be with you. אל תראו אלוהיכם ואלוהי אביכם נותן לכם מטמון. And it is the God of your forefathers, your God and the God of your forefathers that has provided. באמתחתותיכם כספיכם בא אליי ויוצא עליהם את שמעון, and he summons Shimon to come out. ויבוא האיש את האנשים ביתה יוסף, and he came to them in the house of Joseph. ויתן מים וירחצו רגליהם, and he bathed their feet. ויתן מזבור לחמוריהם, and he nurtured their asses. ויכינו את מנחה עד בוא יוצא בצהריים, and he prepared the offering for lunch. כי שמעו כי שם יאכלו לחם, for they were going to eat lechem, break bread.
אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתן בתוכנו. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Mishaberach Matenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah. May the Holy One who blessed our forefathers and foremothers also bless you, Joanne, in honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of community, in honor of family. And I can see you got to convince them all to come to Shul in honor of your birthday, to allow us to celebrate with you as your community, and to wish you the very happiest of birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
If only only the Australian team could have followed your lead yesterday at the cricket and one of them made 50, it would have been a better Shabbat for me. But you seem to be showing the lead, so please God, today we'll bring a similar performance from them. I know that means nothing to you, but to a couple of us in the room it is incredibly relevant. But really, an opportunity to wish you the happiest of birthdays. It is a significant milestone. The speedometer doesn't click over to 0 every year, and when we do, it provides us with an opportunity to think about that which we've done and that which we still have to do. And I know that that which lies ahead of you is as exciting, if not more, than that which has been behind you as you look forward to the next decade and all that which you will do, which you will achieve, which you will celebrate, which you will accomplish, and that which you will see your children and your family celebrate and accomplish. And so we ask that God bless you, that God bless all those that are dear to you, and you get the privilege of living at Mea Ve'esrim to 120. And to that we say, Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov. For our third Aliyah, we move from celebration to a moment of memory. If you are here at a time of Shivat, Shloshim, or the yahrzeit of a loved one, then this Aliyah is for you. We will be found on verse 26 and onwards. Jared will be laning for us. So if you are here at a time of yahrzeit, please come forward at this time. Verse 26 is to be found on page 276, top of the right-hand column, third word in. I'll say that again. 276, top of the right-hand column, third word in. ויבוא יוסף הביתה. המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו לעולם אשר יצאנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן.
אמן. ויבוא יוסף הביתה, ויבוא לו את המנחה אשר בידם הביתה, וישתחוו לו ארצה, וישועל להם לשלום, ויאמר השלום אביכם הזקן אשר אמרתם העודנו חי, ויאמרו שלום לעבדך לאבינו עודנו חי, ויגדו וישתחוו, וישא עיניו וירא את בנימין אחיו בן אמו, ויאמר הזה אחיכם הקטן אשר אמרתם לי, ויאמר אלוהים יחנך בני.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת ולעולם נתן ברכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Valeah. May the Holy One who blessed our forefathers and foremothers bless the three of you in honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of community, in honor of simcha and celebration as we've honored with the aliyot prior to yours, but most particularly as you come to Torah today in honor of the memory of a loved one who you recall this Shabbat. Whether the passing was recent or in years gone by, it is anniversaries like this that remind us of their life, of the blessings they shared and the moments that we cherished. And our hope, in fact, our prayer is that by taking these few steps up to Torah, you are not pulled down by memories of their loss, but rather that you continue to focus on those blessings and those moments cherished. Because if you can do that, if you can focus on that, if you can step down from this bimmer in a few moments' time and continue to live your day, your week, and the year ahead as they would live their lives on their very best days, then you will ensure that their memory is truly for a blessing. And that is really the greatest of blessings that we can give them. And so we ask that God bless each and every one of you, that God bless all those that are dear to you, but most of all, we ask that God bless the memory of those who you represent on this bimmer today as we wish you a long life. As is our people's way, we mingle both celebration and remembrance as we move to and fro in our service. And before we continue now with the series of Aliyot in celebration of this young man's Bar Mitzvah, and before we switch Torahs and move to Rosh Chodesh and to Chanukah, we thought it would be appropriate to give him an opportunity to say a word or two about this Sidra and some of the things that he's learnt along the way. You will notice that there are two defining characteristics about this young man's personality. He's very, very loud at home, not necessarily so loud at shul, and he likes for this to be over as quick as humanly possible, so he's moving remarkably quickly. He has promised me that he will slow down to share this insightful Devar Torah with us as a congregation. He will continue to smile, and he will be a little louder as I ask your friends to come downstairs, please. Can you guys come down, please? Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
As you have already heard, my parsha is Meket and is found towards the end of the book of Genesis. In short, it tells the story of when Joseph was sold into slavery and rises to become viceroy of Egypt. In many ways, Meket is a parsha that is all about dreams. Joseph starts off a prisoner to Pharaoh and then correctly interprets the butler's dream. The butler then tells Pharaoh of Joseph's skill of interpretation. Joseph then correctly interprets Pharaoh's dreams of the 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine, which no other wise man in Egypt could do. As a result of his wisdom, Pharaoh appoints him viceroy and instructs him to gather grain for the years of famine, and then everyone, including his brothers, come to buy grain. The portion only briefly focuses on Joseph's actions in saving Egypt from famine, before returning its focus to family matters. In a rather dramatic scene toward the end of my portion, Joseph accused his brothers of being spies and demands them to tell him their life story. Then he commands them to bring Benjamin and hold Simeon hostage until they bring Benjamin. For those of you who have not seen either the movie or the musical, just before the brothers leave, one of Joseph's servants slips a precious silver goblet into Benjamin's sack. A little while after the brothers leave, guards go out after them and say, "One of you has stolen a precious goblet. Whoever it was must remain a slave, but the rest may go free." Obviously, the brothers agreed, as none of them had stolen it. When Benjamin was discovered with the goblet, he had to remain behind as a slave. The story of Joseph and his brothers is one of the most told and retold stories in Torah. And while you might expect me, as someone with brothers, to want to focus on it, it is actually not what I want to talk about today. Instead, I want to focus on what preempted this whole drama. I want to focus on Pharaoh's dreams and Joseph's actions and consider what we can learn about them in the 21st century. In doing this, I could not help but wonder why Joseph and Pharaoh did what they did. Pharaoh could have just woken up and left his dream, and Joseph didn't have to act on what he interpreted, but yet for some reason they did. Joseph even went out and warned everyone about the years of famine. While many didn't listen to him, he was still trying to be a good, caring human. He went out and tried to help others and warn them about the famine. What set Joseph aside from others was the fact that he refused to simply focus on taking care of his own needs, but wanted to ensure that the whole country, and ultimately even its neighbours like Canaan, would be okay. The more I thought about this, the more I realised that there is actually quite a lot that we can learn from Joseph and this ancient story that applies to the modern world. The fact is, we are currently in the years of plenty, where everything is relatively okay. What happens if we are about to enter the years of famine? As the population on Earth grows bigger, we risk increasingly running out of important resources like food, fossil fuels, and many more things. This could lead to true disaster. So, while we can, we have to try to take responsibility and try to protect Earth. I fear that if we wait for a modern Joseph to come along and develop a plan to save us and protect the Earth, it might end up being too little, too late. So perhaps the lesson of my Torah portion is that we all need to be a little like Joseph. We all have to take responsibility. I'm sure many of you have heard the story of the boy and the starfish. Rabbi Gersh tells it all the time. But I'm going to share it once more, as I think it is a wonderful example of what might happen if we could all find a way to act like Joseph. Once upon a time, there was this old man who used to walk to the beach every day before his work began. He was walking one day after a massive storm, and as he was walking on the beach, he saw starfish lying on the sand for as far as he could see, thousands and thousands stretched in all directions. The old man noticed a small boy approaching. As the boy walked, he paused every so often and bent down to pick up an object and throw it back into the sea. The boy came closer and the man called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you are doing?" The young boy paused, looked up, and then replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed them up onto the beach and they can't return to the sea by themselves. When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." The old man replied, "But there must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you really won't be able to make a difference." The boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." See what I mean? We don't have to wait for a modern-day Joseph to interpret science and come up with a plan to protect the earth. We can all do our part and make a difference one at a time. Now that I am becoming a bar mitzvah, I understand that I need to increasingly take responsibility for both my actions and the world in which I live. I realize that I have to be more like Joseph with the grain and the boy with the starfish and appreciate that I can make a difference. As I enter the Jewish adulthood, I have to take responsibility just like everyone else and start trying to save this earth. This could mean just simply doing the smallest things, but if every person does one thing, there is still 7.6 billion actions being done. I hope you, my family, friends, and community will continue to join me in this effort. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Yishar Koach. And so with that call to action, we return back to the story of brothers and grain.
And so we continue. Jared will lane for us, and for this Aliyah, Linda and Evan will come to Torah. Yamdu, Deborah ben Yosef, Veruben ben Gershon vechana, ve'Esther Revi'im la'Aliyah Torah. We are at verse 30, which you will find on page 276, right-hand column. 7th line down, last word on the line. 276, right-hand column, 7th line down, last word on the line. Baruch Adonai mevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai mevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher hakavanu b'kol ha'min v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Yosef, ki nichmaru rachamav el achiv, vayivkesh livkot. Vayavo ha'adrak vayivek shema, vayachat panav veitzeh, vayit pa'ak, vayomeh simu lachem, vaysimu lo, lavado v'lahem, lavadam v'lamitzrayim, ha'ochlim ito, lavadam ki lo yachlun mitzrayim, lechol et ha'ivrim, lechem ki tovehiv lemitzrayim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Mishaberach Otenu Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah. May the Holy One who blessed our forefathers and foremothers bless the two of you also in honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of Hanukkah, in honor of family, in honor of friends, but most particularly in honor of this young man, your literally little brother, and your grandson as he becomes bar mitzvah. You've seen the way that he's taken on this journey, both the challenges and the opportunities, the way that he has grown through it. You just heard the insightful Devar Torah that he shared, and our hope and our prayer is that as he continues to take on the challenges and opportunities of life, you continue to be standing there alongside him, supporting him and celebrating with him. As he will, I'm sure, continue to do for you. We ask that God bless each of you, that God bless all those that are dear to you, and we say together, V'nomar, Amen.
Amen.
I invite the congregation to rise as we give honor to the Torah, at least this scroll, for the first time.
Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yara lai rai lai rai, yara lai rai lai, yara lai rai lai rai lai rai lai rai lai, yara lai lai, yara lai lai, yara lai lai lai. Within our second scroll, we now move to the book of Numbers. So we are on page 1072, 1072 in the Plough commentary. We are at verse 42
The verses that we read now are a reminder of the actions involved in the kindling of the menorah, as distinct from the kindling of the Chanukiah. Of course, as the cantor taught us last night, or reminded us last night, Chanukah is a remembrance of the kindling of the menorah. The menorah has 7 branches, the Chanukiah 9 in total. We are picking up, as we said, in Numbers, chapter 7, page 1072, and we are calling to Torah.
So we are at the bottom of the right-hand column. We're calling to Torah Gary and Janine, Yamdu, Gershon ben Leib, Bechana Esther bat Baruch, and accompanying them will be Dylan. We are on the right-hand column, bottom line, beginning of that line. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Baruch. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'chavanu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Bayom Hashishi Nasi Livnei Gad Eosaf ben Duel Korbanu Karkesef Ehad Shlishim Ume'ah Mishkala Mizrak Ahad Kesef Shevim Shekel Ba Shekel HaKadosh Shnehem Mela'im Solet Balula Vashemen Lamincha Kaf Ehad Asrat Zahav Mela'kitor Ha'ehad Mimaka El Echad, Kvesh Echad Ben Shanato Leolah, Serizim Echad Lechitat, Uzavech Hashlamayim, Baka Shnaim, Elim Chamisha, Atudim Chamisha, Kveshim B'nei Shana Chamisha, Zekoban El Yosaf Ben Duel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Yimotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah. May the Holy One who blessed our forefathers and foremothers also bless the 2 of you who are called to Torah and you who accompanied them as you quietly and patiently wait for your turn. In honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of family, in honor of friends, in honor of children and big brothers standing in front of you, but most particularly in honor of this continued celebration of Jared as he becomes bar mitzvah. There are few greater privileges as parents as watching our children achieve and accomplish. It is a satisfaction and a sense of pride that is so very, very difficult to describe, but is something that we see on your faces right now as we look at the joy that you are expressing. And we hope that this is a joy, a sense of wholeness, of shleimut that stays with you, that lingers for a long, long time as you continue to watch this young man, but all of your children achieve and demonstrate their commitment to history, to heritage, to people, and to purpose. We ask that God bless you as individuals. We ask that God bless you as a family, as we say together, V'nomar Amen, and wish you Mazel Tov. You can wish your parents and brother Mazel Tov. As I just take a word before we do Hagbar again, to reference this scroll that we are reading from. As I said, it is quite rare for us to take 3 scrolls out of the Ark, and it is particularly rare that we take this specific scroll out of the Ark. You'll remember, sir, when we were practicing, that there is an inscription written on the bottom. You don't need to tell me the Hebrew, but can you tell me what the English is? Do you remember what it means? It was a gift from? It was a gift from a Berlin. It was a gift from a congregation in Berlin to Temple Beth Israel. And amongst the many things that we are celebrating this Shabbat, remembering and commemorating, is also the 80th anniversary of the Kinder Transport. Again, Michelle referenced this and spoke about this last night. The exodus of, unfortunately, far too few of German Jewry. And one of the things that left following Kristallnacht from Germany were included amongst many souls, not enough souls, 3 extraordinarily beautiful Torah scrolls, this being one of them, gifted to us on loan from the Lindenstrasse Synagogue in Berlin. Regrettably, we have never been afforded the opportunity to return them to the Lindenstrasse Synagogue because it no longer stands. It is now a memorial, a remembrance park. And so it is appropriate, fitting that on this Shabbat of remembrance, at that anniversary that we read from it too, you'll see as we lift it, it is an incredibly beautiful scroll. The only reason we don't use it more frequently is it is so large and so heavy, which is why I have the privilege of Hagba as we rise.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה מבני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה מבני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד
Please be seated. You're getting very good at that. There'll be one more opportunity to practice in just a few moments as we turn now to our third scroll for this Shabbat. This one's for Rosh Chodesh. We're right at the very beginning, so we will hope that Gary has a strong left hand when he does Hagba in a few moments' time. But now the opportunity that we have as he takes a few steps back so that he can enjoy the privilege and the opportunity to be called to Torah and not be standing there already, is calling our Bar Mitzvah.
So we will now be on page 19 of the Plowed Commentary, because we go back to the days of creation. And during the days of creation, one of the things that we have is the sun, the moon, and the stars, which is where we're celebrating and remembering the cycle of the moons, because it is Rosh Chodesh. And for this Aliyah, we have laning Torah is our Bar Mitzvah, and for the Aliyah, the Bar Mitzvah boy himself. Yamod, 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 Baruch ben Gershon v'Chana Esther, Nara Bar Mitzvah l'Aliyah l'Torah. Baruch Adonai mevarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai mevarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Elohim, yehi me'orot b'kiyah hashamayim, lehavdil bein hayom uvein halayla. והיו לאותות ולמועדים, לימים ושנים, והיו למורות בקיא השמיים, להאיר על הארץ, ויהי כן. ויעש אלוהים את שני המורות הגדולים, את המור הגדול לממשלת היום, ואת המור הקטן לממשלת הלילה, ואת הכוכבים, ויתן אותם אלוהים בקיא השמיים, להאיר על הארץ, ולמשול ביום ובלילה, ולהבדיל בין האור ובין החושך, והיה אלוהים כי טוב. ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר יום רביעי.
חזק.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel. May the Holy One who blessed our forefathers and foremothers bless you, Jared, in honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of community, in honor of family, in honor of those who are called to Torah before you, in honor of those who stand alongside of you, in honor of your tutor who's sitting back down there waving and smiling at you right now, but most particularly on this Shabbat, in honor of the honor that you give yourself in being able to call yourself Bar Mitzvah, a son of the commandments, a son of the mitzvot. You know well that in order to become a Bar Mitzvah, all you have to do is take those 3 steps you took to the Torah when you heard your name called. But you have done so very much more this morning. You have not only demonstrated your mastery of Hebrew, your understanding of our liturgy and the prayer book and how the service flows and led so much of the service. You've also showed us how you're able to make sense of our millennial-old tradition and make it relevant and apply it today. You reminded me of my most favorite blessing in Jewish tradition. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehizdamnut letaken et ha'olam, who has commanded us and given us the opportunity to repair the world. That's what you spoke about in your Devar Torah, taking the opportunity. We can wait for a Joseph to come, or we can literally be Joseph. And if our world is made up of young people like yourself that are prepared to be and act like Joseph, not just to think about themselves and their own self-interest, then I am so confident about our future. I feel so excited and so fortunate. And I want to thank you for that. And I want you to know that we, your family, your friends and community, do not take that for granted. That is a true blessing, a gift you give us, and a gift we are so very, very grateful for. And so now to us to give you back something in return, to reciprocate that goodwill and that generosity. And we do that with a blessing as old as our people itself. I'm going to ask your grandmother and your parents and your brothers to come a little closer, to place their hands upon you as we offer a blessing as old as our people itself, as I said. First offered by Aaron to his sons, then from parents to children, and now from us, from community to you. Our Birkat Mishpacha, our blessing of family.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May the brightness of our tradition shine down upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
And wherever it is that this journey leads you, may it continue to be a place of purpose, a place of meaning, a place of joy, a place that allows you to smile as you are now, but most of all, we hope that it continues to be a place of peace. To that we say, Ken Yehi Tzrotzon, as we wish you Mazel Tov.
Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Elanu. Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Elanu.
With Torah out before us, we take a moment before giving it honor to lean on its strength, its teachings, and its power as we offer a prayer of healing for those who are unwell and a prayer of strength for their caregivers. This blessing can be found on page 371 in the prayer book, 371 for those of you that would like to follow along.
May the source of strength
Make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. This Shabbat we especially think of Eva Marx, Gabriela Bat Yitzchak Udebora, Eve Lustig Annette French, Henry Gladwin, Anita Meany, Rachel Bat Esther, Sue Brown, Layla Cohen, Helen Klasson, Beverly Cohen, Barry Franken, Fredja Schweitzer, Adira Bat Rachel, Bella McGill, Rachel Haim, Pinchas Ben Michal, Rebecca Moylan, Hannah Bat Dora, Mel Wright, Bet Pulver, Peter Olaf, Margaret Jones, Grigory Marchinovsky, and Marisha Moore. If there are other names you would like to add to this list, please call out their name as I look around the room or hold them in your hearts. Them and we wish for their healing and strength. We join together on page 371.
We rise as we give honor to the Torah. Please be seated. We are continuing with our Haftarah for this Shabbat. The Haftarah is not the Haftarah for Miketz, but it is rather the Haftarah for the Shabbat of Chanukah, and is being introduced again by our Bar Mitzvah.
On Shabbat and holiday mornings, after the Torah is read, another biblical section is read. Called the Haftarah, this reading traditionally comes from one of the prophets. Haftarah comes from the Hebrew root meaning to conclude. The Haftarah is selected because it relates to the day's Torah portion. Sometimes the connection is obvious, at other times the connection may hinge on just a word or two. On holidays and special Sabbaths, like Shabbat Chanukah, a special Haftarah is chosen to amplify a certain message or theme. My Haftarah comes from the prophet Zechariah and was chosen by the rabbis to downplay the focus of on the Maccabees' military conquest and turn the focus of the holiday to the power of faith in the Spirit of God. As Hanukkah is the festival of lights, the Haftarah also includes a vision of the menorah that stood in the Jerusalem temple, which is another major focus of the holiday. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacha b'neviim tovim, v'ratah b'divreihem, hanei be'emet. ברוך אתה עיני הבכר בתורה ומשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ובנביאי בצדק. The angel who had been talking with me came back and wakened me as a sleeper is awakened. He said to me, "What do you see?" I said, "I see a lantern all of gold with a bowl on its top. There are 7 lamps on it, and on its top there are 7 pipes for lamps. By it are 2 olive trees, one on the right of the bowl and the other on its left." Then I said to the angel who had been talking with me, "What are these, my lord?" And the angel who had been talking with me answered, saying, Don't you know what these things are?" "No, my lord, I do not," I said. Then he explained it to me, saying, "This is the word of the Eternal to Zerubbabel. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the God of heaven's host. What are you, you great mountain? Before Zerubbabel you shall become a plain. He shall bring out the topmost stone, and seeing it all shall cry, Beautiful, beautiful." Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzor kol ha'olamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'nehaman ha'omer v'oseh, ha'medber u'mkayem shekol divrav emet v'tzedek. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'neviim ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatatu lanu Adonai Eloheinu l'kedusha v'limnucha l'chavod u'tifaret al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu v'nachnu modim lach u'vachim oteach yitbarach shemcha v'fi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
For those who are concerned, we did not abbreviate that Haftarah. It is the shortest one of the year, perhaps because the rabbis of antiquity knew that there was a lot in this Shabbat morning's service. We invite the Torah scrolls to rise and the congregation to rise with them as we offer blessings now for our country and for the people of the State of Israel. I invite Jason and Len to come up and offer these blessings. We offer first a prayer for our country.
Let us bless our country of Australia and all its people. Let us have dreams in the historic land of dreamers. Let the hot winds from the desert fire our imagination. Let the red soil of the plains keep us rooted to the things that matter. Let the waters of our rivers, lakes and oceans flow into our hearts, giving us depth and understanding. Help us remember those who have lived in this land before us and those who have made it their home in more recent times. Keep our eyes open to the beauty of this land. May we strive to keep its beauty present and strong. May we never be lazy in the work for peace. May we honour those who have died in defence of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they lead with justice and compassion. Let our compassion be like the encompassing coastlines of our continent. May acceptance, kindness and peace live steadily within this ancient and enduring land. Amen.
Amen. And a prayer for the people in the State of Israel.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the State of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all those who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen. We turn back to page 374 in our prayer book as we return the scrolls to the ark.
Yalelu et Shem Adonai, Yinitzgav Shemo levado, Hodo al eretz v'shamayim, Vayar et keret le'amot, Ve'ilach le'kol chazirav, Libnei Yisrael am kerov. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekach tov natati lachem, torati al tazavot, etzvayim ilamachazikim ba, vetomchea meoshar, derachea darchei noam, vechol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha
This is, as I've said a number of times, a very full Shabbat, not just because of the commemorations that come to us on the Jewish calendar, but also because of a number of significant anniversaries, commemorations and milestones that come to us off the civil calendar. And as I was thinking of ways of pulling these all together, Jared, on your bar mitzvah, I found myself reflecting on what I like to consider the tale of two Chanukiot. This one, which sits in front of me, our Bauhaus Chanukiah, a treasured possession of Rabbi Herman Sanger, which he brought with him from Berlin. And the other, that one over there, made by PVC Pipe, with me and our caretaker last week. Two very different Chanukiot. But as I said, it's a tale of two Chanukiot, and two stories that bring together so much that we are looking to remember this Shabbat. You had the opportunity, the privilege to read from one of the true treasures of TBI, one of our Lindenstrasse scrolls. And it, like this Chanukiah, are reminders, mementos of a past that unfortunately we're never going to have the opportunity to be able to recall, to bring back. They are reminders of not only what once was, but also, unfortunately, what it is that we lost. This year, on the 9th of November, we commemorated the 80th anniversary of Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass. A night which sits firmly and as a place of primacy in global world Jewry, but particularly in the life and history of this congregation, which has so much of its origins, its foundation in the German Jewish community and the German Jewish migration to Victoria and to Melbourne. And this weekend, we celebrate the Shabbat, the 80th anniversary of the Kindertransport, their community, that German Jewish community's response to that night of broken glass, when they felt their safety and their security in their place in that country where they had lived for centuries being totally undermined. And so they took their greatest treasure, their children, and they sent them away for safe keeping. Not enough, but a good many. And there are a good many in our community, in our congregation, even in our shul today, who owe their survival to the bravery of their parents and their grandparents in that community that said, we are not going to risk our greatest possession. And this Chanukiah and that scroll remind us of our past. And when we light it, we recommit to telling that story each year, but we also recommit to living our life and our Judaism in a way that is denied to so many. More than 6 million. And so that brings me to that piece of arts and craft. Nowhere near as cool as this perfect piece of Bauhaus design, but rather something that we created for an event which took place earlier this week. Another anniversary. The 80th anniversary of another response to that same event. Another response to Kristallnacht, but a response that didn't take place in Germany, rather a response that took place here in Melbourne. Because there was a man living in Footscray, an Indigenous man, an Aboriginal elder of the Yorta Yorta people, William Cooper, who on the 10th of November opened up the Argus. That was the paper they read in November 1938 here in Melbourne. Opened up the Argus and saw pictures of a burning Europe. And he waited to see what the world was going to do. And so he read the paper on the 11th and the 12th, this story told to me by his grandson, Uncle Boyden, who was living with him in Footscray at the time, a man now of over 90 years old, and says how his grandfather kept going to the paper waiting for the world to respond, and no one did anything. So on the 6th of December, he grabbed the executive of the Aboriginal Advocacy League, the Aboriginal Advancement League. He wrote a letter to the German Consul General, and they walked from Footscray to Collins Street to deliver that letter and to say how much they objected to the treatment of the Jewish people in Germany. The only known private protest against the Third Reich anywhere in the world. We should not be surprised to know that the guards at the front of the German consulate didn't allow Indigenous Australians into the consulate. That wasn't exactly the way the Nazi regime treated people of colour. But we shouldn't just hold the Nazi regime accountable, because the fact is, in 1938, William Cooper, as well as every other person that marched with him that day, wasn't allowed the right to vote, wasn't counted on a census, wasn't seen as a citizen of this country. That didn't come till 1967. And so at a time where he wasn't even recognized in this country, he stood up for our people and our story. And so 80 years later, we built a very large Chanukiah and walked across Melbourne from one side of the city to the other, to a place of significance to our nation's first people on the shores of the Yarra, and we kindled the lights of that Chanukiah to say that we remember, and we appreciate, and we are grateful. And we did one thing further. We did what you challenged us as a community to do in your Devar Torah. We didn't wait for someone else to step up and take responsibility. We took opportunities ourselves. L'taken et ha'olam. We gave thanks for lehizdamnut, for the opportunity to change the world. And as a community of some 600 people, we said that it's time that that story is recognised, as also it is time that Indigenous Australians are recognised as equal people. Not just as part of this multicultural nation, but as the foundation, as the bedrock on which this multicultural nation stands. And that's the story of that Chanukiah. But there's one last anniversary I want to mention this Shabbat. So far everything's been 80. But there is another. I'll get to them later. He's pointing to his parents who are celebrating their 20th anniversary, but that isn't actually about the anniversary that I was mentioning. But thank you for reminding me that I forgot it in the blessing I gave them. No, the anniversary I want to mention is the 70th anniversary of the declaration of the International Declaration of Human Rights. One of the first substantive acts of the very young United Nations, and perhaps one of its most effective acts, certainly far more effective than it's been in recent years. But in putting forward this declaration of human rights, and stating that globally each and every one of us have rights, inalienable rights, to use an American term, what they said is that we also have inalienable responsibilities. That is, to stand up for the rights of one another where we see them discriminated against and where we see them spoken down against. And so it's quite appropriate that the 70th anniversary of that is on the last night of Hanukkah, Sunday night and Monday. Because the one mitzvah of Hanukkah that we're commanded to do is to publicize the miracle. What is the miracle? The miracle of Hanukkah is the extraordinary capacity of humanity to continue. The extraordinary capacity of humanity to do the right thing, even in the face of great evil. And so I want to encourage each and every one of you, including our Bar Mitzvah, to take the opportunity to change the world. to find the starfish, the metaphoric starfish that you see sitting in the sun, and throw it back in the water. To kindle the light of your Chanukiah, whether it be a 1930s Chanukiah from Germany, or whether it be something you knocked up from Bunnings last week. But that act of lighting, that act of picking up the starfish, the act of walking, the act of speaking out against discrimination when it occurs, that is what it means to bring light into the world, and that is what we're meant to do this season, and that is what our Bar Mitzvah has done this Shabbat. The challenge for the rest of us as family, friends, and community is whether we will have the strength and the conviction to follow his lead. I hope we do. Shabbat Shalom. We continue and conclude our service with our Leinu prayers, beginning on page 586. Please rise.
We invite Craig Traub to come and open the ark for us as we turn to the words of Aleinu on page 586. 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם מגורלנו ככל עמונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We remain standing for a few more moments as we turn to the words of Kaddish Yatom on page 598. 598. In this Shabbat, we think of those in a period of Shiva. We think of the families of Gary Kay, of Chan Kokkim. We think of Elizabeth Slam, who will be laid to rest this Monday. And we think of those in a period of Shloshim, of Kolya Atticus, Donahue Andrusiak, Yvonne Catchpool, Jeffrey Green, Rosemary Newell, David Ross, Erez Shapira, and Alexander Boehner. And we think of the yahrzeits that fall on this Shabbat. We think of Julian Basser, Kurt Beildek, Eugenia Birnbaum, Raymond Cohen, Sir Zellman Cohen, Bluma Holzstoff, Pearl Kahan, Tini Kish, Jeffrey Levy, Marion Lawrence, Berta Melwitt, Sidney Morgan, Peter Nathan, Malcolm Sharman, Alex Zilbersher, Joseph Silva, Isabel Slonim, and Max Dre. If there are other names you would like to add to this list, or if I've mispronounced the name, please call them out as I look around the room, or hold them in your hearts.
In addition to these, we think also of the children who were saved in the Kindertransport, and unfortunately those trains that couldn't leave the station because the war had begun. And out of those trains, only 2 of the children survived. We think of all those children, many of whom remain nameless, as we join together in the words of Karish Yatom on page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman karev v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulalmaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה לאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and to all of humanity. And we say, Amen. Please be seated as our Vice President, Joanne, the birthday girl, shares a few announcements from the Board of Governance.
Shabbat Shalom. On behalf of our President, Rebecca Silk, and our Board of Governance, welcome to TBI. Whether you are here in time of memory or in celebration or for Shabbat, welcome. Happy birthday, Arnold and Mary. Happy birthday, me. And happy anniversary, Janine and Gary. Thank you, choir, for your beautiful music. I bless this community by not joining the choir. Gerald, would you like to join me, please? Mazel tov, and smile. Mazel tov to your parents, Janine and Gary, and to your brothers, Evan and Dylan, and to your grandmother, Linda, who has joined us from South Africa. I'm going to share with the congregation a few words about you. Your parents have been kind enough to share some insights. Your passions are centred on 2 main themes, sport and Fortnite. Fortnite is a computer game. As a person, you are highly competitive in everything that you do, be it on the sports field or during class at the King David School, in which you're in Year 7. A simple game of mini golf in your family is a major sporting event, with high-end stakes and multiple never-heard-of-before rules being introduced as you progress through the course. Apparently, it's quite brutal. You excel in many sports, and being the middle child of 2 brothers, your parents thought it best to equip you in self-defence. They are proud that you have worked hard to earn your 2nd true Dan black belt in Taekwondo. And after 10 years of early Sunday morning footy, your parents actually thought they would have a rest, but alas no. You're going to continue this year in the under-14s footy for Ajax. On top of this, you play table tennis competitively, and your parents find this fortunate, so much sport, because between school and sport, there's less time for you to play Fortnite. You have, according to your parents, an enviable relationship with your brothers Evan, who is almost 16, and Dylan, 9, who double as built-in best friends anytime, anywhere. That's rather special, isn't it? Whilst you are the middle child, you have the best position in the family. Your older brother Evan continues to be an excellent role model for you and has helped foster your love of sport and will soon be able to drive you around. Guess you're looking forward to this. And you, in turn, are an excellent role model for Dylan and show a great amount of restraint when Dylan practices his judo on you. You get along easily with people, and you have a great circle of friends who are here today. Welcome King David School students. And you share similar interests with many people, whether it's actually in person or in the virtual world. You are organised, and we've seen that today. You're determined, and you have firm opinions on things. You'll stand your ground and argue a good case. Not dissimilar to me. Your mum says do not go up against you when it comes to mathematical problems or challenges, as you are a sound problem solver and enjoy computer coding. When you grow up, you would like to be a mathematician or a lawyer because you like to argue and win. Also similar to me. You have been a member since before you were born by virtue of the fact that your family have been long-standing members of TBI since 2000, and indeed your mother has joined us on committees and volunteered. You're always at services. You have enjoyed a lot of interactions at our synagogue. Apart from your bar mitzvah, the most memorable event was making a chocolate sukkah. Okay, those were the good days, right? You've enjoyed your bar mitzvah program with your tutors Effie and Jade, helping you to learn about yourself. Mazel tov again. I have some gifts on behalf of TBI, and I'm honoured to present them to you. We have in this folder a certificate. You may show the congregation your certificate. We also have a discount voucher for the next Netzer camp. We have a certificate for the Union for Progressive Judaism, our roof body. A book on our stained glass windows, I can do the, yes? And a Kiddush cup. Well done. Mazel tov. You may join your family. Let me tidy this up for you. One last smile.
Mazel tov.
The President's announcements are longer than the Haftorah. Our weekly summer series of Pop-Up Shabbat in Red Hill commences next Friday, the 14th of December. Please join us for an alternative prayer experience in this unique Victorian location, 6:15. Next Shabbat, we'll be welcoming Rabbi Dr. Danny Schiff. He was rabbi here at TBI in my formative years between 1987 and 1992. He will speak, I beg your pardon, what did I say? He will be joining us at morning services. He is currently the Foundation Scholar at the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh and the founder and president of the Museum of Jewish Ideas. On Sunday, the 16th of December, Netzer is hosting a pre-camp function, a festival for all ages with food, art, stalls, live music and more. Please look for more details on their website, netzer.org.au. If you have not as yet updated your details, please return the form that members should have received with the Kol Yisrael. I believe there's a competition. The prize is a $100 gift card. Forms should be received by the 30th of January. Thank you. Thank you for our Shamashim and our Laners. Councillor Loom was one of them, Effie another one, and our Bar Mitzvah boy. Thank you to our CSG and SPT volunteers for conducting security services. Please join us for Kiddush, kindly sponsored by the Waff family. Remember to return your siddurim to the trolleys. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for speed reading the announcements. That was lovely. Page 669. It seems rather apropos today being Hanukkah to join together with a final song, which is Ma'ozu. Ma'ozur Yeshuati Lechana El Shabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati Vesham Torah Nezabeach Letachin Manmeach Mitzoram Nabeach Az Egmor Meshir Mizmor Chanukah Mizbeach Az Egmor Meshir Mizmor Chanukah Mizbeach. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Chanukah Sameach. Shabbat Shalom.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way into Sloan Hall. As you come in, you'll see that there is grape juice and Kiddush wine, the lighter being grape juice, the darker being wine. Please make an informed decision as to which one you take. If you could come on in, we're going to just wait for a moment before we enjoy this beautiful looking kiddush. We're going to make kiddush first. All I need is a chazan. All I need is a chazan. He's doing all the work. He'll do all the words. You just. Again, the darker is wine, the lighter is grape juice. Also like to welcome those people who are coming in from our Gesher Alternative Minyan or our Tot Shabbat service. Very happy to have 3 concurrent services running here this morning at Temple Beth Israel. We begin first with Veshamru.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
Therefore God blessed the 7th day and declared it holy.
על כן ברך את יום השבת ויקדשהו סברי מרנן
לחיים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ. אמן.
B'te'avon, Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. As you enjoy the donuts, please remember there are no calories on Hanukkah.
Shabbat Shalom. Just take a piece and leave the rest on the table. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.